Oddities. Stay strange.
I think my computer's actually like, it's just like the rendering of showing that it's recording is slow, but I think it's actually recording before it's showing that it's recording.
Oh, okay.
If
Valid.
you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I think we're just having a moment, like I said. I think we might be on our way out, and that's okay. I need it to get me through this, like, teaching this summer.
I'm excited for your class.
Thank you. I
I'm
finally got access to most things, except the platform that I'm teaching on.
Oh, that's a problem.
So we're gonna get there. It's gonna be fine. Um, oh, hi. Welcome back to Oddities. I'm Cassie,
I'm Kelly.
and welcome back to Strangetown. As per usual, we have everything fun under the sun in our description. Everything you could
Everything.
ever fucking want. The social media links, the merch, the Patreon, a link to our beautiful website that has all of those things with it, our email. Still waiting for some suggestions, people. And summer's coming. And how fun would it be if you went to the beach and you listened to a bunch of other people's spooky shit? Like a
Seriously.
like a good time guaranteed, right?
It puts you in the mood for further spooky season.
Yeah, exactly. Which is shortly after summer.
Yep.
It's what's so weird to think is I'm gonna have a child by spooky season.
It's not weird to think. It excites me.
It makes me nauseous.
Oh.
In a good way. In a good way.
I need to know, are you going to put him in a pumpkin?
Okay, listen. I don't know if we're gonna go the traditional pumpkin route or if we're just gonna like fucking throw him straight into one of our group costumes. Because I have this other concept in mind. It's it's Mary Poppins and Dick Van Dyke when they're in the painting, and
And
then
the
the penguins,
penguins?
and he would be
Oh,
a
I
penguin.
vote that. I vote that.
Yeah,
Please.
yeah.
Please.
But I don't know if we want to save that until he's ready to go trick or treating, Because
Oh,
like
that's
people need to
true.
appreciate that shit, because that's gonna be some
People
shit,
do, because you God, that would be so fucking cute.
right?
Oh my
Right?
God. No, what I was meaning is like you see the photos all the time of people like carving a
Oh, sticking their
pumpkin
kid in like a
and
pumpkin.
literally putting their baby in a pumpkin
If we can
for
find one big
pictures.
enough, yeah. I mean, maybe we will. He'll be 3 months old at that point.
Oh,
How,
cute face.
oh God, 3 months. Well, I mean, that's going to be a blink of an eye, just like everything else,
Yep.
Like 3 months going on 18 years. Like I know I'm preparing myself mentally as much as I can for this. So, oh right. Anyway, guys, anything you need is in the description. Long story short, how's my borsty?
Well, we're doing a recording marathon. Can you guys tell?
It's gonna just brace yourselves for next week's episode because that's the end of our recording marathon.
Yeah. This is the third
Delusion.
of four. We just did two bonus.
Yes,
So you're welcome.
you're welcome.
uh, we. I don't know where my brain is. I'm
There it
fine.
is. It's back. You're fine. Good. Excellent. The boys just had spring break.
Yes. So we're back to our daily scheduled.
You did some gardening.
Did some gardening, did some rotting, did some
All good things.
did some crafting, did some like normal life things, I guess.
Just a hand. We dippled and we dappled.
There was so one of my favorite things that happened this weekend, and I literally was dying, and the whole thing was like, I can't wait to show Cassie, and Michael's like, yeah, she's going to enjoy this. And it was, we'd gone to see Grandma, and she was
Oh
holding
yes,
Pooh,
she gets it.
but the best part of her holding Pooh is her hiding candy in Pooh.
Prime real estate. Where else are you gonna put it? No better
It
keeper.
was just so good.
It's so good. I see no flaws in the logic. If you want to hide your candy, who's gonna check Pooh? Who's gonna keep that shit safe?
Pooh's keeping it warm. He's keeping it cozy.
Who's got you fucking hooked up? Hell yeah. Who gave her the Pooh?
One of the other residents. We walked in, and it was three of them, and one was had Marie from the Aristocats.
Sure.
One of them had Dumbo,
Okay.
and then she had Pooh Bear.
So they were just having themselves like a grand old time. Did
Yeah.
anybody else have candy in their shit?
No, we weren't gonna go check, but it was just cute.
It is so cute. Well, I'm telling you right now, if nobody else had it, she's the only smart one there, obviously.
Yeah.
That's the place to put. That's the place to be.
It was hilarious, and conveniently that was the day that I was bringing food for everybody and for the caregivers, and everyone loved it, so that made me feel super sweet and special, and
Hmm.
it was super kind. So
Wonderful. I love that.
so it was a
I
good
couldn't.
weekend.
I couldn't tell from the picture what is the candy of choice.
It's Armenian candy. It's this like little
Oh.
chocolate wafer ball.
Oh.
So the home that she's living in is run by this really amazing Armenian family, and they treat us like family. They spoil us rotten every single time we're there. I can't say enough
Fuck
nice
yeah.
things about them.
Yeah.
And yeah, there was just little Armenian chocolate wafer balls. They're delicious.
That sounds
Oh my
delicious.
gosh.
That sounds
So,
good.
yep.
Oh, fuck yeah. That sounds great.
Yep.
Um,
No complaints. How's my borscht?
your borsties, we're hanging in. We're just, doing what we can. New food fixation is pears with cubes of cheddar cheese.
That sounds delightful.
It's like so refreshing and like a nice, like a little, whatever. And honestly, it would pair really well with wine, which I can't have.
But you can soon.
But before I know it, yeah, there are only 14 weeks left when we're recording this. And if you ask me, it's going to be more like 11 or 12, but we'll see.
Yeah, I'm starting to feel that for you too.
Oh, yeah, you think so?
I don't know. I've got a vibe.
We could go with a vibe. Like
I think I'll feel it more when I'm physically with you.
oh, okay.
So
You'll,
we'll see.
okay. We'll see. I have to say, I think the pregnancy's gone very quickly.
I have to agree with you on that statement.
Like it's like we're fucking rip roaring through this shit. Made my
I
birth
feel like,
plan.
oh, good job.
Thank you. Nursery is like 98% done. We're waiting on the crib. No idea when it's shipping,
Would
but
love if that appears while I'm there, because I will build that motherfucker so fast.
okay, the way that I've been actually picturing in my mind that it's coming when you're here and we'll get to build the crib together, like how cute would that be?
Oh,
Wouldn't
memories.
that be so nice? Yes. Um, and every time I log on for work, a little piece of me dies. And that sums it up.
Okay, just remember I'll be there in 23.
Just over 3 weeks. How fun. How fun ski for us. Um, and spring has finally sprung here in Pennsylvania for the most part.
Love it.
It's like 71 today. It's beautiful with a breeze.
Gorgeous.
And then, 2 days from now, it'll be like in the 50s again. Because that's what it does, but that's fine. I hope you get to experience a good old-fashioned Pennsylvania thunderstorm while you're here, after you've landed, preferably.
Yes,
And
preferably
we're
when I
here,
land.
we're here in the house and it's all safe and you're fine. But yeah. And yeah. Oh, and the big thing that's been really just happy and wonderful for me is that The Last of Us is here for season 2.
Oh, yeah.
So the thing that makes me less happy is I forgot that they only drop one episode at a time. So it's like back in the
Don't
old
you
days.
hate that?
I do. I do. And it's just we all decided that that's the trend that everything's going to head back towards because everything's a cycle anyway. So all the streaming services, they've already brought back ads. So we have commercial breaks.
Yeah,
So, we're going to head back to we're going to drop one episode a week just like the good old days.
there we are.
And there you have it. Friends, we're not at our usual 13 minutes, but we're pretty dang good. Should we get the party started?
Puertis duated.
The Puerti Stuerted?
I started last week,
Did
so
you?
that means you start this week.
All right, well, obviously we're continuing weird history.
Hell yeah.
This week, I'm talking about anti-comet pills.
Oh yeah, I'm really fucking excited about this.
This is strange.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
is.
I believe it.
Yeah, it is. And actually, it's timely though, right? Because so Halley's Comet is coming this year.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking a little bit about that today too.
Okay.
So it's just like fun and timely. So May 6th, 1910. I remember it well. Halley's
Just like
Comet,
yesterday.
just like yesterday, approaches Earth and, according to some superstitious folk, killed England's King Edward VII.
Really?
Yes. No one could definitively say how, but to them it did. Only that wasn't its only offense. The Brits also figured it was an omen of a coming invasion by the Germans, while the French reckoned it was responsible for flooding the Seine.
Really?
So everybody just saw it up in the sky and they're like, "You fucking asshole. This is all literally all your fault." And the comet's just like hanging out doing its thing.
Okay.
But there's even more apocalyptic hype surrounding the 1910 return of it. It's named for astronomer Edmund Halley, as we know, who calculated that the celestial body would appear on average every 76 years. Writing to the Royal Observatory, one warned that the comet would, quote, cause the Pacific to change basins with the Atlantic and the primeval forests of North and South America to be swept by the briny avalanche over the sandy plains of the Great Sahara, tumbling over and over with houses, ships, sharks, whales, and all sorts of living things in one heterogeneous mass of chaotic confusion. Tell me, why don't people speak like this anymore?
Beats me. I'm
I don't,
okay.
I mean, I don't know how they arrived at that conclusion, but love the way they present it.
Mm-hmm.
Love it. Throughout history, there's actually always been kind of a panic when comets approach the Earth, burning off into these long, beautiful, but ominous like tails. Um, but in the months preceding Halley's flyby of Earth on May 19th, 1910, folks got very creative with their anxiety, and it didn't help that a few months earlier, the New York Times had announced that one astronomer theorized that the comet would unceremoniously end life as they knew it. They were like, newsflash, we're all dying.
Dun dun dun.
The end is near. So, this astronomer who theorized this was a Frenchman named Camille Flammarion. I say this like I
Very,
know French at all.
very fancy. Ha ha
Yes,
ha.
oui, oui. And in typical French despair, he reckoned that as we passed through the comet's tail, quote, cyanogen gas would impregnate the atmosphere and possibly snuff out all life on the planet. But of course, he was French, so it was like, cyanogen gas, snuff out the life. Anywho, that's how the Times reported it. And so astronomers had detected that the cyanogen in the tail using spectroscopy, um, it reveals an object's composition by analyzing the light coming off of it. So, I mean, the gas thing is like not wrong, but like
Yeah.
it's not really what it was going to do. Um, it is indeed a very deadly poison. A grain of its potassium salt touched to the tongue being sufficient to cause instant death, is what the paper wrote. To its credit, though, the Times noted that most astronomers didn't agree with this French guy in that this comet wasn't going to be like the doom, like the end of all ends. One skeptic was Percival Lowell, who noted that the gas was, quote, so rarefied as to be thinner than any vacuum, and therefore pose no threat. Also stepping in was this guy, Robert Ball. What a name. What a fucking name. Robert Ball was the director of the Cambridge Observatory, and he noted that another famed astronomer, John Herschel, reckoned, quote, the whole comet could be squeezed into a portmanteau, which I don't know what that is, but I'm going to say it's small. So, in a hilarious response to the question of whether a comet could be shoved into a suitcase, which I guess is what a portmanteau is, um, New York Times hit back with a short piece that begins with a vocabulary lesson. Quote, the rising generation hereabout may need be told that portmanteau is a word of French origin, used in England to describe a useful article called in vulgar American circles a grip, and among the truly cultured, a suitcase. So, And they went on to say, if Sir John Herschel really said that this comet could be packed in a suitcase, he was talking nonsense. The proposition suggests three factors: the comet, the suitcase, and the packer. The comet will soon be visible, and there are plenty of suitcases, but who will undertake the packing? And this is like a whole thing, and they were just like shit talking this dude. Um, anyway, that aside, others adopted a very like cheerful outlook about the comet's approach. Some people composed songs to serenade the comet itself. Poets wrote poems about it. Um, but other, if you want to call them enterprising capitalists, some may also say con men, hatched more nefarious schemes. So these dudes would hawk anti-comet pills with one brand promising to be, quote, an elixir for escaping the wrath of the heavens. The way I would have purchased that in a second.
I love
My
it.
my gullible ass would have been like, I don't even know what this is about to do to me, but that's the coolest fucking tagline in the history of the universe.
The
Take all
marketing. Mwah.
take all my money. A voodoo doctor in Haiti was said to be selling pills, quote, as fast as he can make them. Two people in Texas were arrested for marketing sugar pills as the cure all for all things comet, but police released them when customers demanded their freedom. And people were also buying a shitload of gas masks.
Okay.
Yeah.
The
So
end of
it's
the world,
and
quite
there it is.
literally.
There it is. It's little wonder that I guess really just to take a step back for a second, everybody constantly reacting like everything is the end of the world is clearly nothing new.
No, not at
Like
all.
this has been going on for a minute.
People now believe it's the end of the world because the Pope just died.
Right.
Like, it's the first Pope that died.
We've been alive for how many of the fucking end of the world scenarios? There was the rapture. I remember that. There was the
Oh, I
Mayan
remember that.
calendar
Yep.
shit. There was there was Y2K. I mean,
There
our
was, yeah.
generation alone has seen like multiple.
It's kind of ridiculous, actually.
We're all just constantly like, okay, like
And we just like, all right, we'll wait.
yeah, we're like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
the world is coming to an end. I'll bet you $5 it's not. So anyway, people were getting all riled up, right? They were like, holy shit. So one person writes, quote, a shepherd in Washington state was reported to have gone insane with worry about the comet. While in California, a prospector nailed his feet and one hand to a cross and, despite his agony, pleaded with rescuers to let him remain there. California, are you all right?
No.
No.
I'll answer on behalf of all of
Immediate.
California. No.
Immediate no. Churches found themselves packed to the brim with worried followers, while at home people were going so far as to plug up keyholes to keep out the comet's vapors. So, there's that.
Okay.
More rational humans saw the comet for what it really was, a spectacular event that a lot of us see once in a lifetime. And so, as Earth passed through the comet's tail, May 19th, 1910, curious onlookers packed onto rooftops around the world, while the French, other than the one dude, enjoyed special comet dinners. They were like whole dinners dedicated to this. Um, Indeed, though, Flammarion, the one who claimed the end of the world, said that four observers, quote, had certain olfactory experiences which are described variously as a smell of burning vegetables or a marsh or of acetylene. So he was still sticking to his guns. But anyway, realizing that they'd survive a near apocalypse, people in France danced and embraced in the streets. People in, according to the Atlanta Constitution, missed out on all the fun because there was a cloud cover that night. But declaring instead that the clouds had in fact saved the city from destruction.
Yeah.
But really, Atlanta and the rest of Earth were saved by reality because comets have come and gone for like thousands of years of human civilization, and here we are. Weirdly, 2 years after the event comes an even more fanciful theory from Ching Liang. Rolls right off the tongue.
Impressive.
Thank you. I just decided I'm going to stick with this and I'm not going to doubt anything that comes out of my mouth right now.
And you did perfect.
And
Continue.
thus I did. And he said, it is obvious the comet has no tail at all, and the so-called tail must be the sun rays, which, while passing through the body of the comet, look like a tail. And should the comet itself be transparent, it could form a convex lens, and then everything on the Earth will be burnt, provided the sunlight passes through the body of the comet, and the focus falls on the surface of the earth. In other words, it would be like a giant, like you know how you go outside and you burn grass or ants with a
Yeah,
magnifying glass, same
all the
type of thing.
time.
So this guy was like, "This is what's going to happen." While the why the procrastinating warrior only got around to proposing it after the Earth had just survived a comet, I really don't know. But really, from that kinds of doomsday, we wouldn't have much protection. So if you're alive for the return of the comet, obviously this year or beyond this in 2061, go get some sunglasses, I guess, and hope that you're not burnt alive like an ant,
Like a crisp.
like a crisp. So really, that's the story of the anti-comet pills. It's a bunch of con people who decided to jump on board the train and hawk a bunch of shit.
Yeah, I'm not surprised, but like also that was very impressive.
I love it.
Yeah,
We love
loved
an
it.
entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, kudos to them. I love that people got so up in arms. I think was it Texas that they locked those people up with the sugar pills. They were like, "No, let them out. We need these pills." I love it so
Get them
much.
out. They're gonna save us.
Anyway, that's the history of the anti-comet pills. A fun little thing.
Wow.
There you have it. Who knew?
Well,
I didn't know.
as per usual, your topic's cooler than mine.
Not true. I guarantee it's not true.
I have a little haunting in Nebraska.
Just a little haunting in
Just
Nebraska.
a little haunting.
Just a little something. Okay, very
Yes.
fun.
Located in a little town called Valentine.
Oh, that's cute.
It's near the South Dakota border. And the population is like only a few thousand.
All right, well, it's Nebraska, so
Yeah. Um,
in my mind, the entire state of Nebraska only
is
has
only
a
a few
few thousand.
thousand. In this small town, it has the honor of housing the oldest standing school, and it was built in 1897.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and it's still standing.
Yes, it is now called Centennial Hall. According to local legend, a student at the school was murdered.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, is this one of those schoolhouses where it's like one room for like 10 desks?
No.
Oh, okay.
Um, she was murdered. The young unnamed girl was a clarinetist, and her friend poisoned her clarinet reed, and when she put the reed in her mouth, she was poisoned.
Holy shit. What did she
Right?
why like
Yeah, that
so
I couldn't find any reason or rhyme as to why.
her
Couldn't even
friend was just like,
find out the girl's name.
yeah, so the friend was just like, "Fuck you. I'm going to
Yeah.
poison your
I
clarinet
think she
ass."
wanted chair number 1, if you ask me.
You know what? I think you're probably onto some shit. School kids do weird things. Kids are
Yeah.
fucking vicious.
Before the school was converted into a museum, teachers would report seeing a ghostly apparition and feeling of dread and or unease.
Oh.
And they would sometimes hear the music of a clarinet.
Oh, just like little
But
toots?
yeah, but nobody was playing, and they didn't know where the music was coming from.
Wow.
Yep.
I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
Like schools are spooky.
Yeah, especially ones that old. Sorry.
Yeah, like old ass schools. Yeah.
But also, anytime I enter a school, I also feel a feeling of unease and dread.
I too recall the days of unease and dread.
Even now, you can still hear the sound of music being played in the music hall. Although the instruments were removed long ago, and the rocking chairs will mysteriously rock without anyone around.
Oh no.
It's very spooky, like, and unexplainable. This kind of goes up there with me for like theaters.
Yeah, like schools
Yeah,
and theaters both have like a really high
just a
chance of
very
being.
vibey, spooky, spookala. You are welcome to visit the Centennial Hall. It is a museum. All visitors are
Oh.
welcome. The mysterious girl is talked about often because she is seen often.
Oh.
Again, nobody knows her name. They just know she died from her clarinet being poisoned.
What a shitty way to die.
Right? What a really horrible way to go.
Like, she's like, I'm
Um,
just gonna go to band practice now, and then she fucking croaks.
yeah. They often say, "Are you brave enough to walk through the corridors?"
Oh, I
I,
think I
for
would
one,
be.
say, "I totally am."
Yeah, I mean, what's she gonna do? Come up and smack me with her clarinet? Like, I'm not. I don't even think she. It doesn't even sound like she's like
She doesn't
vicious.
seem harmful or anything.
She's just chilling.
I think that she has unfinished business, and that's playing music.
And so let her play.
Yeah, it's not. It's not terrible. Like, while there is a very spooky aspect, it's not terribly spooky. Like, this is a ghost I could definitely chill with.
On a scale of 1 to 100%, I believe this. Where are you?
I think I'm at like 80.
Yeah,
Because again, it's therapy.
it's
It's
therapy.
the it's theaters and schools that just have some weird freaking vibe about them. That
It's just like when there's like kids involved.
oh, that too. It's just yeah,
It's
and
old as hell. Like,
it's so old, and yeah, there's been multiple accounts before it was when it was still a school, and now that it's a museum, people have seen and heard and experienced things. So, multiple accounts. I don't know if people are just trying to get their 15 minutes of fame, but I would definitely check it out.
I like that it's auditory and visual accounts.
Yes, that's the other
That's
thing.
cool. I want to know if there's like other ghost kids running around too. I mean, they talked about the rockers moving, but
Yeah, and that makes me wonder, is there other, like,
like it
is
can't
that,
be all her.
it could be though.
I mean, it could be. I mean, but that's an old school. I don't know that's the only kid that died. Like,
Right?
like
Only kid or even teacher.
teacher, yeah,
Yeah.
whatever. I'll tell you what, I would hate to be like a somebody on the custodial staff at that place.
Oh, hell no.
It's a no for me. Bold enough to walk down the halls when I have other people there?
Don't want to
Yes.
be there alone.
I'm not interested in cleaning alone.
Yeah.
It's a
I
no.
wholeheartedly agree with that. So, things that intrigued me about this, the name. Love
Sure.
me a ghost apparition that's a kid. I
Love
don't
a
know.
kid.
It's
Yep.
just there's something about the kid ones.
Yep.
And as you said, I love that there's sound and visual. There's something about that just like I don't know, it scratches
Like
the
it solidifies it a little bit. It's like,
yeah, right?
it's not like, because like if they were just like, I hear clarinets, it's like, well, maybe it's like a distant car horn outside or like whatever. But then they're seeing a bitch too, you know?
Yeah. Where are you from 1 to 100?
I'm in the 70s.
Yeah.
I'm up there. The reason that I'm not higher is because people like attention, like you pointed out.
Mhm.
Also, it's Nebraska, so what else are they going to talk about?
Valid. Valid.
So,
Do you know what I liked about this time though?
hmm,
Last week it was constant there's no evidence. There's no evidence.
it's
There's no
true.
evidence.
It's
This
true.
like they're owning to it. Like they're excited about
Yes.
her.
The only thing that I would think is if they were excited and this, like, I would think that, like, documentation, what's her name?
Yes.
Like,
That's
things like
like
that. That's
how do
what's
you not have a
lacking.
record of that?
Yeah, like, there's got to be
A
something,
school record, something. Death
some,
record. Hello?
somewhere. Like, so to me, that's the only thing that's lacking that would make this a little stronger for me and probably put me well into the 80s.
Yep.
You know,
Okay.
I'm never going to be like a 90 to 100 until I see some shit myself or like hear some shit,
Agreed.
But
Agreed.
so that's the only thing that's missing. And that would totally lock it in for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a good one. Good find.
Thank you. Freaking
Nebraska.
Nebraska.
Who the
And
fuck
guess
would have
what?
figured?
Next week, I've got another one.
Another Nebraska.
Yeah.
A treasure trove of spooky.
Who would have thought?
Who the hell would have figured? I wouldn't. Literally ever. Also, if we have any listeners in Nebraska, like, I'm sorry, I talk a lot of shit. But also, have you heard of this shit?
Can you debunk?
Yeah, can you go debunk it for us? Let us know. Um, and don't forget to take your anti-comet pills, kids, because we've got the comet coming
Yeah. Just around the corner.
just around the corner. And until next time.
Stay strange.